great. Welcome to another episode of That's the Flavor. That's the Flavor. And today we're going to be making Japanese po' boy sandwiches. What we have is panko crusted 1620 shrimp. 1620 is very important. Nice size. It'll get you a good meaty sandwich. What I did earlier was I breaded these shrimps. Anybody can do this. It's very important when you're breading things to bread them beforehand. Because if you just bread them and then throw them in the oil, all the breading is gonna fall off. So what I did is I double dipped them overnight. So I left one, so they were in heavy cream and cayenne pepper, salt and pepper. So I left those overnight and let them soak in there. So they turned out to this one. So I just want to show you how to bread one before we actually cook them and fry them, and then we're gonna make a po' boy sandwich, and then we're going to make a Asian potato salad, which I already pre-cooked the potatoes and everything. So we're gonna make I'm gonna show you how to make a dressing for the actual potato salad. So what we're doing right now is we're taking one of our shrimp that I have left that I didn't bread yet, just so I can show you how to do it. It's very important, wet hand and dry hand, okay? Because if you keep doing over and over again, you're gonna get clumpy fingers and you're gonna get clumpy breading, clumpy flour. Wet hand, what you're gonna do is you're gonna double bread it. So you put it in the flour, seasoned flour. You get the excess off, shake it, put it back in your wet mix, throw back, and then you're gonna put it in your panko crumbs, which is a Japanese breadcrumb. I season it with Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, a little bit of cayenne. You're gonna put a bunch of breading and smash it. Smash the breading. Smash it on there. The excess. It turns out, look at that. It's nice. So now that you got everything breaded, we're gonna move that over to the oil. We're gonna temp the oil, so you want to be around 375, 400 in that area. You don't want to go any time below because it's gonna cook longer. Also, when you put cold product into hot oil, it's gonna reduce the temperature of the oil. So you're gonna have to keep it at a consistent temperature. So you're gonna want to cook like 5 at a time. So that's what you're gonna do. When you put anything in hot oil, you don't want to just throw it all in there because you're gonna get splashed. It's very dangerous. We're very for safety here on That's the Flavor. So you get one of these guys. You can buy them anywhere. I found this at the dollar store, I believe. So you just kind of let it swim. Let it swim. We're gonna do like 5 at a time. You want to move it around so they don't stick together. 5. We'll do 6. And you want to get a nice brown coat on it. You don't want to put too many because you see the bubbles. So you put too many, it's going to overflow. All right? And then you have heat right there, which is going to cause a fire, and we're all going to die. Okay? Shrimp doesn't take that long to cook. So you're taking about 2 to 3 minutes to cook the shrimp. Also, when you put it in there, you don't want to move it too much like I've been doing. As soon as you know it's not sticking, you want to just let it rest in there. So we're going to pull these guys out. Look how pretty that is. See, a little bit of the coating came off because I was moving it around like a dummy. What you want to do is you don't want to just drag oil all over your stove. You want to kind of take it with you. It's going to reduce the temperature, so you don't want to put shrimp right back on it. Just let that heat up for a second. While that's heating back up, I'm going to make a little bit of mayo for the dressing. See, I have all my stuff prepped right here for my potato salad. We're going to get a big bowl, and we're going to mix everything up. And then we're going to cook the rest of those shrimp. So let's get the potatoes, which I prepared last night because it takes too long. And then you can't put them in the bowl like warm or lukewarm. And they have to be cold because your potato salad is going to be cold. So those are your potatoes. You can make the potato salad like a traditional potato salad. I like to roast them. It gives more body to the actual salad. And then, I don't know, it just has more crunch to it. So, there's your potatoes. We're going to make your mayo. Since they were cooked overnight, they're a little dry. So, because they're a little dry, you're going to have to make the dressing a little bit looser. What I mean by looser is it's going to be kind of watery. Not like your average, like, creamy potato salad. So that's about, I say, a quarter of a cup, depending on how how much actual potatoes you have, that should be fine for that. So we're gonna put some low sodium. We gotta look out for the heart when you're an old man. Rice wine vinegar. All right. So you're gonna put about a teaspoon and a half of each. This is an Asian dressing. So I grated up some ginger, some fresh ginger. I'm gonna put that in there. Fresh ground salt and pepper. And some cilantro. Ooh, wrong one, that's parsley. Look, even on That's the Flavor, we're not perfect. You're gonna get your nice spatula. You're gonna mix this thing. I should have got some limes, but I was too lazy this morning. It was early. You want it like a creamy consistency. Also, keep these around. Plastic spoons. So you don't stick your dirty mitts in there. Oh, that's good. Sweet, tangy, and you get a little bit of that salt from the soy sauce. So what you're gonna do is throw that stuff in there. Boom. You don't want to drown it, but you want a nice coat to it. What else I'm gonna put in there is carrots, about half a serrano pepper, green onions, and some cilantro, and then some red bell peppers for some color. All right, I'm gonna put the rest of these guys in there real quick. Move it around a little bit so they don't stick together. So with this, the salad, you want a spatula. You don't want a spoon. You don't want anything with a hard edge because you want to kind of massage the dressing into it just because you don't want to break up any of the potatoes. You still want that body. You still want the crunch. You still want it on the plate where it looks like it's all full. So you kind of just want to back and forth till it's all mixed together. Now you notice I didn't put any seasoning in it because I seasoned the potatoes and I got to taste it to see what's going on with this. Oh, that's going to be good. Look at that. That's so pretty. Oh, yeah. We're going to put some more cilantro just so we can get some herb on it. More herb. And we're going to put the rest of these carrots. That's going to be a nice crunch. Nice color. Green, orange, red, and the potatoes. Oh, yeah, that's good. Throw a little bit of seasoning in there. Oh, you can taste that heat. You can taste that heat. Make sure you clean as you go. It's very important. Clean as you go. Make sure that your station's not a mess or chef's going to come yell at you. So, if you see there, it's a nice color. The potatoes are cooked perfectly. When you get them out of the oven, you want them cooked about 90%. 95% because when they sit there, they're still gonna cook. They still retain heat, so they're gonna cook on the pan while you're letting them cool. So by the time you pull them out, they're gonna be perfect. And look, you notice that nothing is getting smashed. They're still whole, and they're all the way cooked. This is 2 potatoes that I cooked. 2 potatoes was about 25 minutes. You cut them in about 1 to 1 inch squares. All right, and we got 5 more scrumps. And it's very important. Let this oil, get it off the heat as soon as possible because this is not a temperature deep fryer. Okay, so you're just making your own deep fryer basically. But you got to watch this carefully. This will overflow. It will cause a fiasco, and you'll burn your house down. So it's very important. We got your shrimp cooking. Your potato salad is done. Okay, all this will be on my blog spots. All the recipes step by step of what you need to do because it was a process. I had to actually prep everything last night and do some last minute tinkering today. You can find my blog spot on rogerlizola.com. RODGERLIZ as in zebra, AOLA.com. You can find everything, my podcast, every Instagram, all my social media, and my blog spot, which has all the recipes and all the recipes from the episodes I did last year. Oh, look at that. That's nice for you. Oh no. See what happens sometimes? Even Chef Royer makes mistakes. See, if you bread too long, like your fingers get clumpy, and if you don't wash it off, see that one was at the beginning. This one was at the end. These are the ones that are gonna get eaten while I cook. It's very important to let these things rest so they can just, all the moisture can suck up on all the breading. I didn't know what kind of bread to choose today, so we went with sourdough just so I can see the flavor. I don't know how this is gonna come out. I do have some Japanese mayo. When this crusts, we're gonna put some Japanese mayo. I pickled some vegetables last night, cucumbers and carrots. It's gonna be fantastic. Tomatoes and some purple cabbage. So we're gonna put this in the oven. I preheated it to 400. This will take about 4 to 5 minutes. At the halfway point, rotate it so both get evenly coated. And the butter that was on it, it's just, it's a compound butter, basically. But it's just butter that's left out overnight so it gets soft. Put salt, pepper, a little cayenne, a little Italian seasoning, and some fresh parsley. So all you got to do is leave it overnight, then mix it all in a bowl, and then you spread it. It's like garlic bread. Oh, yeah. Check this out. Look how gangster I am. Ooh. Look at that. Found these at the dollar store for $1. These are like $12. So I pickled some cucumbers. What is pickling? Well, you just put it in a brine. What is a brine? Water, vinegar, sugar, salt. Bring it to a boil. You have your vegetables cut. Put them in here. Then you put the hot juice over there. With pickling spice, I put a little shallots and a little crushed red peppers. That'll pickle it. You know pickles? It's so good. You want one, Mike? So we're going to put these on our sandwich. I have this little, for color, some purple cabbage. Purple cabbage, I'm going to put a little bit of soy sauce on it. Not too much. You don't want to drown this. And don't do this beforehand. Do it when you're ready to serve. Because this will soak up the moisture and it will be so soggy like you're just eating a wet sandwich. You want crunchy, crispy po' boy. You don't want soggy sandwich po' boy. I'm going to throw a little bit of seasoning in it, salt and pepper. And you mix all that stuff. Tastes like heaven, bro. How are we doing on our bread? Oh, yeah, that's looking nice. Rotate your bread. You want it crispy, crunchy. You don't want it burnt, but you want it nice and crunchy. And we get to eat it afterwards. We get to eat all the food afterwards. We're making all the food, and we get to eat. I've been waiting for this since I started pickling this stuff last night. So this was like a one-day pickle. Basically 18 hours. So everything was in the refrigerator cooling down at 8 o'clock. We're about 2-ish in the afternoon. So, I mean, it's a quick pickle. It's not labor-intensive. Tomato. Be careful when you do this, coring it. But if you're a professional like Chef Royer, you can do it. See, that's so pretty. Makes me happy. So you want about 1/2 inch on your tomato. So you get a nice juicy tomato. Make sure you're very cautious of your fingers. If you don't know how to cut things, do not try to cut things quickly. There's no reason for it. Make sure your knife's sharp at all times. Dull knives end up, you have no fingers. Boom. Nice and pretty, about 1/2 inch. Now you got your, the rest of your shrimp is almost done. So you turn this death trap off. See that? You gotta drain as much oil as you can. It's nothing worse than having a greasy ass sandwich. It's unnecessary and you'll thank yourself for it. So heat's off. Very important. Heat's off. If this thing keeps going, it's gonna burn your whole house down. So that's done. Bread, how you looking? Oh, you looking good. You know what? I don't want it too crispy. You know why? Because I'm Chef Royer. Chef Royer says, don't make it too crispy. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Look at that shit, man. Woo, baby. Ooh, baby, I love the way. Every day, every day. See, you got crunch on the edge. It's still soft. So let's construct the sandwich. Construct the sandwich. All right, let's make a sandwich. That's hot. See, it's perfect. Look at that. It's good for you. Ooh, crispy, crunchy. Oh, man. Me and my good friend are gonna eat good in the neighborhood. They're closing 30 Applebee's, you know that, right? So this is wasabi mayo. So it's just basically cilantro. You get your wasabi at any local supermarket. It was like half a cup of mayonnaise, about a teaspoon and a half of wasabi. That's the way I made it. If you want it spicier or less spicy, you can do whatever. And then a little cilantro and a salt and pepper. So you can make this beforehand or make it day of. It doesn't matter. I'm going to slather. Ooh, look at that. Look how pretty. Look at, ooh. That's the one right there. Look at that. Oh, the perfect amount. Look at that. Perfect amount. Boom. So everybody asks, like, what do you put first? If I had regular lettuce, you put your lettuce down to soak up some of the stuff. This is already wet, so there's nothing you can really do about that. So what we're going to do is, since we have a lot of moisture in it, we're going to put this down first. Ooh, look at how pretty that looks. Then you're going to put your scrumps. Here on That's the Flavor, we call them scrumps. Scrump, 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 scrump. If you like the scrumps, you can eat those scrumps. Look it, we're going to have a perfect amount. Then you even have some leftovers, man. Look at that. You know what? We're going to add some extra ones. You know why? Because this is the revamped episode of That's the Flavor. That's the Flavor. See, 2 left for us. So what I want to do next is I want to put a little bit of parsley just on top. You're going to put your pickles. Make sure you shake off the excess moisture of your pickles. You put this all right here. You know what? We're just going to layer all the whole thing. Then you're going to put your pickled carrots. Don't worry if you get all the pickle and spice in there or whatever. It doesn't matter. Oh, yeah. It's like a Vietnamese sandwich. You know what? Let's just throw the rest of these bell peppers on. Why? Because I'm not going to use them. Might as well eat them right now. Throw a couple tomatoes on that joint. Po' boy is not a po' boy without a little hot sauce. Okay, we're going to use Frank's Red Hot only because it's from Louisiana and this is vinegar. You want a vinegary kind of hot sauce. There's another hot sauce called Crystal. They recommend that, but I'm more of a Frank's Red Hot myself kind of guy. I'm going to put a little bit more of your purple cabbage on top. This is a big sandwich. You're going to serve, it's going to feed like 3 or 4 people. This is the most important step. The most important step is this part. Do it fast. Smash it a little bit. Make sure everything's in place. Bread knife, very important to have. They're not that expensive, so go get one. We're going to cut it into 4s. You know why? So we get 2 sandwiches each. Plating. If it doesn't look appetizing, why am I going to eat it? Take your po' boy. Ooh, look at that. Look how pretty that is. Oh my God. I want to give it a kiss. Potato salad, Japanese potato salad. You want to get a little height on it, just make it look nice. You use your hand. Oh no, he didn't want to stay in his place. Look at that. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Is it finished? No, it's not finished. You know why? You got to garnish this thing, man. Got to put a little parsley on it, make it look pretty. Put a little parsley on top of the sandwich. Who cares? Around the plate. Make it look nice, man. And you got a little sprig of parsley. So, on top. Boom. And there you go, my friends. A Japanese shrimp po' boy sandwich with the Asian potato salad. All recipes will be on RogerLazola.com. Every step of the process that I did will be on there. This is the rebooted version of That's the Flavor. That's the Flavor is back. It's back and better than ever. We and my friend are going to eat these sandwiches because I can see his tummy vibrating right now from hunger pains. I got dates coming up. Just search Roger Lazola. Everything's on my website, RogerLazola.com. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Follow us on everything and tell all your friends that That's the Flavor is the best. Okay, hold on. Give me a shot of me eating my sandwich. It's so good.